Hey all, I've just discovered that some of the most valuable information can come from the written word. And I think my last video proves how literacy is actually very important. Namely, did anybody who wound up sharing the video? I think those video shares happened after my dad made his last comment on my previous video. However, just to clear up the record, so that this way everyone will be aware, my previous video where I mentioned my bikes being stolen, I've got the link down below. That video is now outdated. Luckily, my father saw my post on Google Plus when he was signing in for his after having gone for a swim at the Oak Bay Recreation Center, and discovered my post, and then probably figured out that the bike that he had seen outside the Oak Bay Rec Center was not me in the rec center, but somebody having stolen my bicycle and having parked it there while they went on to do other things. So he notified me that it was there, and I promptly ran down there like a bat out of hell. For those of you who were involved in a certain Detroit by Dark scene that I was involved with, and I had to literally bolt out of thin air, that was why. And then anyway, long story short, afterwards, my father telephoned the Oak Bay police. A constable came around, took photos of the bicycle, took up recent report issues about that. I lodged a full report with the constable in question pertaining to the fact that this was my bike, and etc. for identification. The bar lock was in fact missing. The constable told me that most crooks in Victoria are taking the bike locks with them these days. Apparently the crooks are getting smarter. And apparently I found other indicators that this crook was a professional bike thief. Namely the fact that he had picked my lock and there were no metal shavings in the original spot where the bike had been stolen from. And B, the fact that he had actually been able to adjust an Allen key seat to completely readjust the height of my bike seat upon stealing it. I discovered this when I did my first bike riding after getting the bike back. Now, what this tells me is two major things. Number one, that this was a chain of improbable events, i.e. the fact that my father had literally seen my bike purely by luck, had coincidentally, after going for a swim, even though he had assumed that I was in the gym part of the recreation center, gone on to Google Plus and put two and two together when he saw the previous video, and the fact that we were able to get my bike because of the fact that it had originally not been locked up properly by the semi-professional bike thief. And here's the inconsistency. He was able to adjust my bike seat and pick a bar lock, but he could not figure out to check for laziness in how I lock my bicycle with my combo lock. In order to be able to get the combo lock to work, he had just wrapped it over the seat rather than actually locking it. So idiosyncrasies. I probably will never know why that happened, but go figure. Now, in addition to not knowing that...
You're rambling, Guthrie. Wrap it up.
Okay, Dad, okay. The second part, however, is the fact that I have also learned not to underestimate the power of social media. A couple of my friends told me outside of recordings that I would probably never see my bike again, and that this wasn't, there wasn't really much I could do. Turns out that not only was I lucky, this particular my previous video broadcast turned out to be a crucial link in the chain of events to be able to help me get my bike back. So I would like everyone to share this video as well, to please let everyone else know that the previous video is now outdated.
May I get in on this for one moment?
Okay, let's bring my dad in on this. Hi, Dad.
I only want to say one thing to you YouTubers, and that is, truth is stranger than fiction.
It's early morning for Dad. It's early morning for my dad. Just bear that in mind. So, with that in mind, please share this video to let people know that the previous video is outdated. I have got my bicycle back, and thanks to everyone who helped me in this case, including not just my father, but to everyone who commented and showed their support, and to everyone who shared my video. Yes, a couple of people were a bit trollish in how they shared my video, but hey, their remarks were funny, and it got the message out there. So again, thanks guys. I'll catch you on the flip side when I have any further updates. Later.